Russia claims by its full-scale invasion it aims to end the war Ukraine started against its own people. What's wrong with this narrative? Let's find out the truth. Vladimir Putin repeats this mantra over and over again. The Russian president and his allies have kept saying that in 2014 a legitimate government was toppled down and Russia had to interfere in order to save the people of Donbas. In reality, Russia has been meddling in Ukrainian political life since the country gained its independence in 1991. Moscow has always wanted Ukraine to be its satellite state. In 2013, the people of Ukraine raised against corruption. Viktor Yanukovych and his government dispersed the protests using force, and the peaceful protest turned violent. Some of the protesters were abducted and tortured. Several hundred people were killed in clashes on both the police and protester sides. In the end, with the help of the international community, a peace deal was reached. But after it had been signed, Yanukovych fled the country with Putin's help. In February 2014, the Russian military without insignia started blocking Ukrainian military bases in Crimea, and later they seized the peninsula. But back then, Putin kept saying Russia had nothing to do with it. Later, Putin will publicly admit he did militarily capture Crimea.
За спиной сил самообороны Крыма, конечно, встали наши военнослужащие.
In the spring of 2014, Putin begins a covert military operation in the east of Ukraine and in the south of the country. And again, the same old song. The Russian army is not involved in it. On February the 24th, 2022, the Russian army openly invaded Ukraine. Putin said the goal of his military operation was the so-called denazification and demilitarization of Ukraine. The vague definitions suggest Russia's goal was to topple down the legit Ukrainian government, a second one widely elected by the Ukrainian people after 2014, and a demilitarization aims at preventing Ukraine from joining NATO. Thus, Putin is trying to interfere with another sovereign country's political life and the ability to choose its own future. This is a clear example of doublethink, when Putin simultaneously accepts two conflicting beliefs as truth, always at odds with his own memory and sense of reality. It is also rationalization when he uses vague and unclear statements in order to rationalize his malicious decisions concerning Ukraine.